Welcome back to the £500 to my dream car reselling challenge. It's where I start with £500 and I resell my way all the way up to my dream car, which is a Porsche 718 Cayman. Now, this is episode number 2. So if you haven't seen the first one, feel free to go and watch that so you're completely up to date. As you know, last time we finished off, we had 4 deliveries. So what I did was, as soon as that finished, I got all of them listed up on Vinted, eBay and Depop. And these Air Max Plus sold for £39, which left me with a profit of £20 and 6p, which is about 105% return. I've also had a notification that a couple more parcels are available right now to go and collect from the InPost locker. So while we go and drop these off, let's go and collect those other parcels. I was literally about to leave to the post office. I get a double Vinted sale. So these Vomeros, size 8.5, they were £34.69, and I accepted an offer on 50 just to get them gone. And then we had a double sale. Obviously, as you know, I bought both of these off the same seller for £24.19 and sold them to the same buyer for £45. So that's another 3 sales, and we've got a handful of pairs to go and collect. Everything else is now listed, so we're back on target. So far we have sold 7 pairs. When it comes to buying on Vinted manually, no bot, I think I might be a generational talent. These 3 pairs here cost me under £110. Now let me show you what I bought. We're looking at some good profit. So in package number 1, we have got Air Max 95 Grey Jewels. As you can see, lovely condition, £39. Then off the same seller, we picked up these ones, size 9, Vapor Greens, £45. And this is the final pair, Jordan 1 High, Hyper Royal UK 9, good size, £24. All 3 of these for under £110. All manually, all on Vinted, no bot, just using the right search filters. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go and get them prepped for sale. Now, if you want to learn how to prep your trainers for sale, there's already a detailed video on my channel, so feel free to go and watch that. Go and like it or save it or something, and then come back to this one. Go and get all of them prepped. I'm not going to list them tonight because I've listed quite a bit today. If you didn't know, I'm also doing a separate Vinted reselling challenge where I turn £100 into £10,000 just through reselling on Vinted, because this is going to take time to do. That one I'm going to be able to do a lot quicker, so at least I can complete one of them and you can watch both of them, you know, week in, week out. It's just some more content for you, and it's not with the same shoes either. I'm buying I have £100 on there and I'm buying a whole different stuff.
Later.
Yes, I come with good news. 3 pairs sold last night. Let me show you what sold and how much we made. We've got these 95s, which cost £53.20, and they sold for £87. These 270s cost £15.79, and they sold for £24. So about £8.50 on these. And these Pegasus cost about £9.50, and they sold for £19. £9.50 on these as well. And look, I know on these 2 it's low profit, but because we have a budget, I need to stick to the budget, and I'm basically just trying to find stuff that will sell fast and will make a quick profit on. Obviously something like this is really good, nearly £35 profit, and then these are about £10 a piece, but percentage wise you're looking at 19 to 100% return on them. So I can't really complain. But that is 9 out of 20 pairs sold as well. So I'm currently waiting on payout on those pairs, which equals £339 total on just 9 out of 11 pairs. So from the original 500 that I had invested to get 339 off just under half the pairs is not too bad. It pretty much means once we sell a couple more, we're in the green. We're in straight profit. So another 2 have just arrived at InPost. I got a little text. So what I'm going to do is go and walk these over, drop these ones off, pick up the 2 new ones, and then I'll see you when we're back. So I'm back from the post office, and these were the 2 pairs that arrived. We've got the £6 Huaraches and the £15 Yeezys. Now I'm completely up to date with listing everything. So we had Air Max 95s, we had Sakai's, we had Jordan 1s, and we had these 2. Thankfully, these sold quick time for £34. So that leaves me with about £19 profit on these. Not a bad way to end the day. And I will see you tomorrow, where hopefully the last few pairs should arrive. But these listed and sold within about 15 or 20 minutes. So not bad profit on these, considering they're not the best looking, are they?
10 hours later.
So we have another sale, the Air Max 95 Grey Jewels. Now they sold for £88, which left me with £48 profit. Now that is a big one on these. I can't complain with that. That £48 pure profit is going to go a long way when we start reinvesting again. And I've also had 2 pairs arrive, so let me quickly show you them. So first up, we've got the Tempo Next Percent that were £13. They've definitely seen better days, but I feel like I could sell these for 25 fairly easily. And then these were still £37. So I'm going to go and sort these out, and these will get listed tomorrow. But that is where we're up to right now. Right, I have to stop this video abruptly. And it's not to get you to subscribe or anything. It's basically to explain that when I exported the video, the footage corrupted from quite a lot of it. So there isn't any video footage, there's only audio. So what I'm going to do is, I'm explaining this to you now. If you're not interested in just listening to the audio, then click off the video. But if you want context of what happens, you know, what sells, what profit I'm at throughout the video, there's another about 3 minutes or so, then you know, keep listening. If not, click off the video, and then a new one, episode 3, will be out next week. But you'll need the context from the end of this to understand where we're at in the next video. I do apologise. I've tried everything, but I wanted to get this out for you.
Much later.
It's time to do another breakdown of where we're at right now. Unfortunately, the £15.59 Air Max 90s got cancelled as the seller didn't ship them. This puts our balance back up to £43.21. Currently, we've got 11 pairs that have sold, leaving me with £461 revenue and £219.79 profit. From the original investment of £241.21. Now that is just on the 11 pairs, we've still got another 8 to sell. Therefore, if we add that to our current balance of £43.21, we're actually at £504.21, which means we're in the green with 8 more pairs to sell. We're at a bit of a standstill because we need to wait for these pairs to arrive with the buyer. As we're selling on Vinted, we can't get paid until they arrive with the buyer. And I want to do this as authentically and realistically as I can. So I think it's only fair that I wait until we get the cash back in before we go out and we buy a bunch more stock. But truthfully, I think we've had a fantastic start. Given we're averaging around 100% return, I think things can start to pick up very, very quickly. If we're basing it off that 100% return, then we're going to be able to turn 500 into 1,000, 1,000 to 2,000, 2,000 to 4,000, and so on and so on. However, as we get more capital to spend, it's going to become less sustainable just to buy off Vinted, because you know you want to spend the full amount of money because then you're maximizing the potential profit. I know I'm thinking quite far ahead, but it's always good to have a plan. So if you guys have any suggestions into what we could do later down the line, let me know in the comments, because I think we're going to get there quite quickly. But as I'm filming this, another shoe just sold. The first purchase of the series, the £6 Huaraches, sold for £20. This is a profit of £13.16, just under 200% return. Now, £13 might not be a lot, but off £6, it's fantastic. So I think this is the perfect time to end episode number 2 of the £500 to Dream Car Reselling Challenge. Now, if you did enjoy the episode, please let me know by dropping a like, or even feel free to leave a comment. tell me that you enjoyed watching it. Tell me that you made it to this point in the video. And of course, if you do want to, follow the journey from home and you want to try this out for yourself, feel free to drop me a message on here if you've got any, questions or you want some tips. But anyway, I'm going to end this one here. I apologize I had to read that off my phone. There was a lot to say, a lot of information. Can't memorize it all. So I will see you very soon. Hopefully we get these payouts. God bless. Guys, I do really apologize. It's so annoying, and it's annoying because I put so much work into editing it, but look, this is the end of the video. So I hope you did enjoy it. Please make sure to like and subscribe because, yeah, I'm big head loss right now. It's the best way to put it. There is no episode 3 releasing next week. It will release in 2 Sundays' time. Next week, we've got a whole new series launching. So stick around for that. And then the next video will be out on Thursday. Thank you. Goodbye. God bless.